Welcome to Dark Files, uncovering the hidden truths behind the headlines. Today we bring you a disturbing reality from within Sri Lanka's university walls. The tragic stories of Amali Chathurika and Charit whose young lives were stolen by a system of cruelty, masked as tradition. This is more than a story, this is a warning. Amali Chathurika, a 23-year-old first-year student from the Faculty of Applied Sciences at Sabaragamu University, tragically ended her life in February 2015. A former student of Devi Balika Vidyalaya, a girls' school in Sri Lanka. She had been on medical leave for 6 months due to mental health issues reportedly stemming from severe ragging by senior students. Amali Chathurika was cruelly forced by senior students to act out obscene scenes from adult films in public, under threats and pressure, leaving her humiliated, traumatized, and isolated. This wasn't initiation, it was psychological torture masked as tradition. They forced her, under threat and public pressure, to act out vulgar, explicit scenes from adult films in front of others, stripping her of dignity in broad daylight. She wasn't hazed, she was degraded, objectified, and emotionally shredded by those who saw her suffering as entertainment. The so-called rag wasn't a tradition, it was carefully rehearsed ritual of cruelty, designed to dehumanize and dominate. No one stepped in. No system protected her, no justice came in time. In her suicide note, Amali openly requested that no university students attend her funeral and asked to be buried facing her alma mater, highlighting the depth of her trauma. Her mother, Vasantha Padmini Elvitikala, later revealed that Amali had developed depression due to repeated ragging. Despite this revelation, there was a lack of immediate action from university authorities, and it took over 3 years for the Criminal Investigation Department to record a statement from Amali's mother. A decade later, in April 2025, another tragedy struck Sabaragamu University. Charit, a 23-year-old second-year student from the Faculty of Technical Engineering, died by suicide at his residence in Gampala. His family reported that Charit had been subjected to continuous ragging throughout his university term. Just days before his death, during a visit to the university to resolve issues related to his scholarship, he was allegedly humiliated, physically assaulted, and exposed by senior students. According to reports, Charit was allegedly targeted and humiliated by senior students simply for wearing shorts on campus premises, an act they deemed inappropriate, exposing the toxic enforcement of informal abusive rules through ragging. His mother recounted that upon returning home, Charit was visibly distressed and later took his own life. Following his death, a fellow student lodged a complaint with the Samanala police, prompting investigations by both police and a special committee appointed by the Ministry of Higher Education. The university also launched an internal probe to determine the circumstances leading to Charit's death. The tragic deaths of Amali and Charit, though a decade apart, underscore a persistent and systematic issue within Sri Lankan universities. Despite the prohibition of ragging and other forms of violence in Educational Institutions Act of 1998, which criminalizes ragging, these incidents continue to occur, often with little to no accountability. Both students were young, ambitious individuals who required higher education to better their futures. Instead, they became victims of a toxic subculture that continues violence and humiliation. These are not the only tragedies caused by ragging. These are simply the most recent, 2 lives among many lost to this brutal tradition. Unless universities and authorities take real uncompromising action, there will be more. Ragging is not a ritual of passage. It is a silent weapon, and it is still taking lives. Amali, your voice was stolen. but your silence speaks louder than ever. We hear you now. Charit, your pain was ignored, but your story has awakened a nation. We will not forget. This was Dark Files. If this story moved you, share it. Let the world see what silence and inaction allow. Subscribe to join us as we continue to expose the dark truths others choose to ignore. Amali, Charit, your voices echo through us. This fight isn't over, it's only just begun.